Hello, this is Diego Mangabeira and welcome to Boring Sales. Today we're going to talk about LinkedIn polls for market research and lead generation, lead gen. Okay, LinkedIn polls, they're most under evaluated, so most people use them for vanity. What's your favorite product hack? Which book are you reading right now? But today we're going to talk how to use these polls for actual sales and research too. That could be really important for sales intelligence or analytics, or even how to position your product, solution, service in the best way ever or best scenario ever for your persona using LinkedIn. Okay. A well designed LinkedIn pool does three things simultaneously. First, generates reach. Pools have strong algorithm distribution. Second, it collects market intelligence, okay, because you're getting real data from your ICP. And the third thing is reveals buying intent. So, how someone answers tells you something about their situation, okay? And why polls get reach, in this case, from LinkedIn. LinkedIn polls are interactive, so people talking to each other or even picking choices. Choosing in this case a single answer throughout some options in front of them. So this is really something in terms of network. Okay, participation is a strong engagement signal for LinkedIn. When someone votes, it appears in their connections feeds. So LinkedIn created something like a binary thing that once a person picks one of the options, it's going to show to their connections, okay, or to their network. That's earned distribution didn't have to create. That's for free. You don't need to pay for it. And polls also have a natural completion mechanism. People want to see results, so they vote. That's applicable for X. That's applicable for every single even why people use Tally, Google Forms, Notion, and other tools, Airtable, Miro. Today, there are a lot of things that you might create a pool. But why everybody's also answering questions, surveys? You go to American Airlines, you're going to receive a survey. You're going to have your credit card. They're going to say just to send you a survey. So everybody's doing those surveys, those polls. So why can't you use that to have a better market intelligence about your persona, your ICP, your product, or even how we can leverage that sales strategy today? Okay, the difference between vanity polls and strategic polls are simple. Okay, it's simple. The vanity poll is like this: what's your biggest challenge in sales? Uh, choice or even option number A, prospecting; B, closing; C, follow up; and D, CRM. Okay, nice data tells you nothing actionable about any individual voter. You can see that people are concerned about prospecting, and right, that's the end of the story. But if you create something strategic like this, if you had to choose one thing to fix in your outbound right now, what would it be? Okay, option A, list quality; B, email copy; C, reply rates; D, deliverability. Now you know exactly what a problem each voter has, right? Or is prioritizing on this case. And that's lead intelligence wrapped in a single pool. Okay. And how to build a strategic pool today for your business. Maybe you need to use what I'm going to share and adapt to your niche, to your industry, persona, ICP, or even the product that you're offering, the service that you're offering, or even you can copy and paste for your business. Okay. There are three things that you need to do to build a strategic pool. The first, design the question around your ICP real problems. That's why it's so important. I'll say that like Pareto law, 80% of your time needs to be related to that. So to find the right people, right? And this is concerned even to the sales person's time, right? So the option should map the two problems to solve. when someone votes, you learn something specific about him or her situation or their situation now on their business, on their company, what they're facing in terms of struggles, constraints, and so on. The second thing that you to build a strategic poll is make it easy to vote, but interesting enough to comment. Okay, because they can comment as well. Add context in the post body as well. An example now. I've been asking this across my client base, and the results surprised me. Okay, tease the insight you will share once the pool closes. Gives the people to come back because they can also check back what's the result of the poll that I voted last week. So they feel they are participating from something bigger, and people always like to participate from a higher cause. This is on our subconscious mind. Okay, so you need to do that. And the third thing to build a strategic poll is close the loop after the pool ends. And what does that mean? Post a follow up uh, post, in this case, with the results in your analysis. Because the person will remember, oh, I posted my vote there. I didn't recall the result. Oh, this is the post. Okay, the person can read the results and also understand why my vote was so important to create that general graphic or the general image that was created using, I don't know, any type of AI tool today. Okay, and this is the second piece of content from the same effort because you're going to create the pool and the result, so you can create a collateral damage icon here, right? So that's a collateral that you're going to create, and it proves to your audience that you actually paid attention to what they told you. Okay. And on this case, how we can create lead gen on this case. After the pool closes, look at who voted. Okay. Click through their profiles, look at their titles and companies. Why what did they vote on that poll? There's a reason why. People who voted for reply rates or on the example that I just shared, deliverability, are telling you they're dealing with outbound challenges. That's a warm signal to open a conversation, or even to send a direct message, a DM inside LinkedIn, something like this. I saw you voted X on in my poll today. That's actually the most common issue I see. Are you dealing with this right now? So you can start um, talking. So this is the like not a sales call or sales pitch, but more like I start uh, to start a conversation with that person, specifically saying, and to evolve his or her idea, because once the person feels participant from that and his or her message is being evaluated by other human being, the chances that you have to close that person getting really higher. So you're transforming or transcending that cold lead to a warmer lead and sometimes to a hotter lead that you could have a conversation with after and then you can close. Okay. Oh, so my cadence that I tested and I would advise you to test as well. I recommend one strategic poll every 2 to 3 weeks. Okay, you might try that independently of the size of your audience as well. More than that, I'll say that the pool gets really fatigued from your audience. They see that you're only asking questions. Really, it's not boring. As boring sales is really, it's not frank, right? It feels unnatural or artificial. Okay, and less than that, you could lose the momentum of the data because you might try that as a standard and see from yourself if that does make sense. Okay, and you can rotate your topics that you work with or even your solutions that you offer to see different dimensions of your ICP's word and world on this case. And once you do it, you can see that you design one strategic pool this week. You can start doing that because you can map the answers this week and evaluate if your perceptions, your expectations will be attended or will suffice what they're expecting from you, your company, your solution, from your entrepreneurship. Anyways, whatever you're trying to sell is going to be tested in the market, in the battleground, the battlefield, and then you can also evaluate if you're in the right track. Okay, I'll say that this is the best thing that you could try also and to test today or this week. Okay, wish you a great day. Keep it boring, and we see each other on the next podcast. Bye. Take care.